He didn't post about his comeback. He didn't post about himself. But suddenly, on a random day, Jimin appeared. And with one photo, the entire fandom went silent for a second and then exploded with emotion. Why? Because it wasn't just any day. It was ARMY's birthday. And Jimin, our Jimin, returned not as a global superstar, not as BTS's main dancer, not even as a recently discharged soldier, but as something no one expected, a cake fairy. On July 9th, fans around the world were quietly celebrating ARMY Day, the anniversary of the birth of BTS's fandom, a day usually filled with fan projects, messages, and memories. But no one expected him to show up. Yet there he was on Weverse, wearing a simple headset, staring right into the camera, hair slightly messy, bangs soft across his forehead, his eyes calm, present, real. And then the caption appeared, ARMY's birthday. Happy birthday. I love you. I'll work hard and be back. But it didn't stop there. At the bottom of the photo, something caught everyone off guard. It wasn't some flashy effect or graphic. It was a hand-drawn cake, little candles, a quiet, sweet gesture. It was almost childlike. And that's what made it so powerful. In a world of high-production images and perfect edits, Jimin took his time to draw a birthday cake, just for us, just for ARMY. He didn't need to. He could have just posted an emoji. He could have just liked a fan's post, but he chose to make it personal. And somehow, that little cake held the weight of every tear, every letter, every wait, and every love ARMY gave him during his time away. The internet was flooded with messages. People weren't just excited, they were emotional, deeply. It was so hot and hard, but Jimin came, so I'm strong. I didn't think I'd cry over a cake drawing, but here I am. Thank you, Cake Fairy. You did well to be an ARMY. Jimin, who's so picky about his age, looks like a high schooler again. They called him Cake Fairy. They called him Eternal Boy. But most of all, they called him home, because that's what he is. For so many ARMYs around the world, Jimin is not just a celebrity. He's comfort, he's warmth, he's a gentle place to land after a hard day. And after 18 months in the military, after serving not just with discipline, but also with quiet acts of kindness, like his ongoing donations and becoming a special soldier, Jimin didn't return with noise. He returned with love. Let's take a moment to really think about this. This is someone who could have stayed offline, someone who hadn't even fully restarted his public life, someone who just came back from military service, where he served with honor, humility, and heart. And the first thing he does? He celebrates us. Not with a performance, not with a teaser, but with a simple selfie, a heartfelt message, and a hand-drawn cake. Who does that? Who remembers the fan's birthday before promoting their own comeback? Only someone who never saw us as followers? Only someone who saw us as family. Right now, Jimin is in the United States, quietly working on music. No grand announcements, no leaks, just focused passion. And while we wait for what he creates, this moment, this tiny birthday message feels like a warm whisper from someone who never forgot us. It's as if he's saying, I'm here, I still love you, and I'm coming back. We don't know when the new music will drop. We don't know what surprises are coming, but we do know one thing. When Jimin moves, he moves with heart. And whatever he's planning next, it's being built with love. So let me ask you, when was the last time a global pop star stopped everything just to draw you a birthday cake? Not for attention, not for promotion, but just because they missed you. That's not an idol. That's not just a singer. That's Jimin. And if this is how he shows love, can you imagine the magic he's bringing next?